Now, the low-carb chefs say they're not dietitians, nor are they advocates of any particular type of carbohydrate diet plan, such as Atkins or carbohydrate addicts. What they are is a culinary support team for their clients who choose this diet plan as their plan of choice. I have a question to ask you. We have a call from a viewer. We were here about a week or so ago who says they were conned out of their $80.
Thank you, Bob. Now, in case you can't file in light of the wildfires tonight, don't worry. We're going to tell you what you can do. As you can see, this window here is screened on one half. Right here in the other half, the screen is missing. There is no screen on that third floor window.
Bayhead's vision of giving back to the community goes far beyond a few pair of free sunglasses. It's also helping needy kids get an eye on improving their future. Good evening, I'm Tamiko Gibson. Donald Jones has the evening off. We begin tonight in Sanford. Police there say two men robbed Sunny Sub Shack on Airport Boulevard, tied up the owner, and then set his business on fire. But as Fox 35 News at 10's Bill Cook reports, thanks to some help from a neighbor, the victim escaped. On a similar note, elsewhere, a gunman robs a sandwich shop, but this time the whole thing is caught on tape. Stephanie Strong has that case and more in tonight's episode of Central Florida's Most Wanted. In other news, a Kissimmee motel accused of being a mecca for prostitution and drugs is now out of business. Investigators say managers at the Eastgate Motel cut a deal with an undercover officer posing as a prostitute. They allegedly offered her a free room in exchange for a cut from her proceeds. Police also found filthy and unsafe conditions inside the rooms. They go to school to learn, but oftentimes our youth have other things on their minds. For example, safety in their classrooms. Fox 35 News at 10's Josh Fountain talks with those who are trying to put a stop to school violence, and parents, you might be surprised at what you learn. 9 months after the raging wildfires in Volusia County, a Daytona Beach man is now suing the county. He says Volusia has not lived up to his promises, and he wants to know why. As a matter of fact, so did we. Fox 35 News at 10 reporter Bev Sherman went looking for answers. Cars are stolen every day, even every minute. It's an ongoing battle for Central Florida law enforcement, but the Seminole County Sheriff's Office is getting a little extra help thanks to a donation. Fox 35 News at 10's Donald Jones has the lowdown on what's known as Low Jack. Discovery astronauts are finishing up their mission high above our heads tonight. In the process, they're giving us a little starshine. Starshine, the satellite, that is. It's literally a ball of mirrors that will orbit the Earth for the next 6 months. You can actually see it from the ground. It was built by several students in Utah who will now track its orbit and use that data to study the Earth's atmosphere. The shuttle is expected to land at Kennedy Space Center around 2:30 in the morning. Now that's assuming the weather cooperates, of course. Janice is coming up with your Foxcast next. Plus, Central Florida is getting a taste of diversity. We'll tell you how thousands are learning what culture is really all about. I wonder if we should try out. What do you think?
Sounds like fun.
That's it for us. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night. They promise to act as what's called a complement, extending the amount of time you can wear a dry clean only garment and saving you in some cases as much as 50% on your cleaning bills. Sounds interesting, right? Well, Fox 35 News at 10 decided to test Dryel before it hits local store shelves, and we're going to tell you if it's a real deal or all washed up.
Our consumers love Dryel. For the first time, it allows them to buy what they want, wear what they want, when they want.
Dryel's kit, which is manufactured by Procter & Gamble, includes absorbent pads, moisten dryer sheets, a plastic bag which holds up to 4 garments per load, and this stain remover made up of water, and something called biodegradable wetting agents that's supposed to be safe on numerous fabrics, like, say, your favorite Arbati suit.
Absolutely not. No, I wouldn't. My personal opinion, no, I wouldn't. And my professional opinion, no, I wouldn't.
Daryl Pounders, owner of El Dorado Dry Cleaners, says customers may want to tread with caution.
Only do that. The everyday average wear clothes, maybe I would give it a shot first, and then work your way up the food chain.
At just under $1 a garment, Dryel is promising consumers a convenient, economical way to freshen up and spot treat their dry clean only fabrics. But are you really getting a deal, or are you getting taken to the cleaners?
Take Control decided to put this new product through its paces, comparing it to traditional dry cleaning methods. Using samples of silk, rayon acetate, and linen, we applied red wine, ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, dirt, hairspray, liquid paper, ink, lipstick, and makeup to both sides of the garment. The stains are then circled and labeled, the garments cut in half. 15 minutes later, it's time to start cleaning.
The mayo, it came right out. The lipstick came right out. And
Pounders is through in a matter of minutes.
It says to keep erasing until the stain disappears, but it's not even doing anything on the ink stain.
And while that was to be expected, I did not expect to still be toiling over my stains more than 15 minutes later.
Still hanging in there.
Constantly rereading the instructions, running out of both absorbent pads and stain remover, and quite frankly, getting fed up with the amount of elbow grease that's required.
There's no way. I mean, I was sitting there rubbing and rubbing. It took forever. I gave up. It was too much trouble.
That's a second opinion from volunteer Kate Hansen, who took a kid home with her. Like me, she too threw in the towel on trying to remove all the stains.
Kind of removed the stain, but it left the circles there, so I don't think I would use it, because you'd have to take it to the dry cleaners to get the rest of it out anyway, so what's the point?
Back at the dry cleaner, I was of a similar opinion. After waiting 30 minutes for the processing time, only 2 of the 10 stains were removed, and that was from only one garment. The mayo spot now has a slick, oily feel to it. No one, including the dry cleaner, was able to remove the mustard stains. There was only one area in which Dryel received high marks from our test group.
It smelled great. Absolutely great. Loved it.
yeah, it smells great.
It works extremely well for freshening smoke or sweaty smells from your clothing, something you won't be able to find at your local cleaner.
Well, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but in the end, it is your choice.